Hi, and welcome to a very cold workshop. My name's Yves. Let me take you on a quick tour of my new workshop that I'm renting. So, this is what it looks like currently. It's a bit of an upgrade from the old garage that I was in, where water was leaking through the roof. The entire sidewall was knocked out the day I was allowed to go in there. And I was just constantly stressed about people stealing my equipment or just the whole thing falling in, because it was structurally fairly unsound. So since then I've kind of upgraded in the sense that I'm now renting something in the city that allows me a little bit more space to do the projects that I do in safety, kind of. Because this is a place I can actually close and aside from the lights, that's the next thing that needs to happen. This thing is already pretty good. Allow me to show you around. So the way this new workshop is set up is based around an idea of workflow that I had from watching other people on the internet, to be honest. It's based around 2 workbenches. So I already had one big workbench of 2 by 1 meters, and I made a second one basically from scraps that I had laying around. And so this second workbench is where everything begins. So let's say I'm working on a wood project. I can bring wood in from the gate, from where you are standing now, and bring it over to the trifecta of cutting madness that is my table saw, the bandsaw, and the miter saw. The idea would be to cut the wood, have all the outfeed land on here, then take pieces, cut them to length or cut pieces out, and then move everything over to this workbench, which is then the assembly area. This part, obviously, you've seen before plenty of times. I used to do everything on this workbench, but now it is simply the assembly area. Keep my project hopefully on one table and build it up as the thing develops. I also recently inherited a drill press from a neighbor who had 2 and wanted to give one away, and it lives on top of a cabinet that another neighbor was throwing away. And basically I've become the resident hoarder. I just take all the things, which also allows me to have this workbench be another additional ½ meter wider for any types of long things that I'll be doing. And here next to my assembly area is the most basic CNC machine you're ever gonna see, a Maslow. I purchased this from my neighbor. I'll put a link down below. He makes escape boxes, really cool things. He didn't want this anymore. I really want to get into CNC making stuff, so I purchased that from him. And hopefully this thing is going to create some cool stuff in the future. We'll see. And the last part of this madness is storage. Allow me to follow me, basically. The last corner of this workshop is storage, basically. The previous owner left a bunch of OSB plates, and I bought some steel and welded up this giant shelf, which I'm just going to show you in picture form because I didn't film the whole process. Since I'm quite bad at welding and I didn't want to film that process because I'm not teaching anything at this point. So the rack does what it has to do. It's sturdy, it's strong, it holds a bunch of tools and materials and things I'm going to work on in the future. The reason I put it right here is because I want to have it as a room divider as well, so that the side over there can be something else. And so behind the big shelf is the final area of the workshop, which is going to be like the chill area. I want to have a sofa here in the future and an area for my kids to hang out after school because their school is pretty close by. It keeps them kind of safe from any dangerous stuff I'm going to do on that side. They can make their own projects here and just have a cozy space in a very uncozy space. That's the idea. The next project I want to tackle is the lighting up in here because it's fluorescent, those long light bulb things. We call them thealampen. I don't know what you call it anywhere else. They're not the best. They flicker, they turn different colors. So one's kind of white, one's kind of orange, one's just flickering. So I'm going to, it's right in front of me here. I'm going to add the old LED panels that I had. This stuff. I'm going to add these LED panels that I had in the old garage shop. And I'm going to put them here to have essentially better and more stable lighting to the shop. So that's the next step.
And the Lord said, "Let there be light." Woo!
So yeah, that's basically it. A work in progress, but this place makes me very, very happy. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you like these things I do, not this shop tour, but the projects I make here, please consider subscribing. There should be a button to do so below. And also here and here are videos all about the things I make in here. So thank you for watching. Bye.
Lights out! Gorilla Radio! Let there be light. Lights out! Let